All right. All right. I'm going to be holding the camera like this. I'm not going to be playing any matches today. This stream is intended to go back and forth. We're going to go deep. We're going to have conscious talks. We're going to answer lots of questions. We're going to share our experiences. We're going to make it worth it. All right? Everything is perfect. I'm going to hop in the chat. And of course, what's a high vibe live stream without a high vibe tribe, right? I got my guy Semen with me.
What up, guys?
And so here we go. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome LHB. Welcome Oblivion. Welcome Vivian. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Okay. There's not going to be a dull moment in this live stream, by the way. I'm 72 hours into my fast. Actually 74, pushing 5 hours. So mental clarity is a gift upon me and Semen right now because we decided to do this together and experience the benefits together and in preparation for this live stream. Welcome Armando and Tigre. Alright guys, check it out. So conscious talks and personal development. Here we go. So about 4 months ago, I needed a break. I realized that I was too embedded in things that weren't providing me value. I was losing energy, giving my energy to things that didn't really serve my highest purpose. And I've made it clear about 4 years ago what my purpose is on this YouTube channel. You know, entertainment, comebacks, you know, competitive, all that stuff was just like the base, right? Just to like attract viewers. But ultimately, why we do this is because I'm documenting my journey of growth. Sharing what I've learned and using it to inspire others who happen to play this game. And that's what it's all about. So, for the past 4 months, that's what I've been doing. Working on my consciousness, working on breaking limiting beliefs, working on my health. And right now, we're at the pinnacle. We reached the peak. We've done things that we've never done before, and one of them is that 72-hour fast. I literally have not eaten for 75 hours. And the reason why I would do this is because, one, I know that fasting is a gateway to better health. Period. We're not going to go too deep into it, but it is. So that's why I'm doing it. And here to share some experiences. Alright, Semen. Thank you for joining me on this live stream, brother. I really appreciate you, man. Let's go ahead and dive in, bro. Let's dive into something.
What do you think we should talk about first?
I want to go to the tough topics first, man. Let's see if I can put this right here for now. That was my intro. Let's go into the tough topics, man. Like challenges that you face when you decide to walk your highest path, whatever that may be. Alright, so
I guess, challenges faced. I guess one of the hardest things that, we get kind of caught up with routine. And yeah, we obviously know things that we need to let go of or whatever that don't serve us, or even to add disciplines in our lives. Whatever it is, like I feel like we get caught up with routine where it's kind of difficult. Not difficult, but like we could be doing more, but we choose not to because we're caught up in a routine and we're just used to doing whatever we're doing, whether it's playing online or whatever, doing what. But yeah, like I realized, like I guess discipline and yeah, I don't know. We just have to like really like start doing more practices, disciplines, or whatever that
Right. We can all be more disciplined in our lives. So like, what does this look like? Like, what does it look like? Honestly, for me, it's about making a decision to, or like you mentioned, right? First, before we make a decision, we have to become aware of what's going on that is slowing us down from reaching our highest self. Now, when I speak of highest self, I mean the best version of you. Now, only you knows what that looks like, what that feels like, what that is. So it's all a personal journey of letting go of what holds us back. We have to become aware of what holds us back. You have to know where you're headed, and then it's a process. It's a process. Every day counts. Every interaction matters. How you talk to yourself matters. And this is the thing. See, right now, like I said, I feel really good. I feel really clear, and everything I'm going to be talking about have been a process of mine for like the last 4 months, but even further than that, the last 4 years, 5 years, and pushing that when I really decided to do this. So when I talk about some things, it might feel like, well, what it's going to be is it's a lot of things that are not going to be able to be done by a lot of people right away. That's what I want to make clear right now is, again, it is a process. As long as we can plant seeds.
And they'll sprout.
Right.
Be aware. Okay, and I guess I want to share too regarding what you just said. Knowledge is power. Knowledge of self. Life's not about entertainment and chasing pleasures, guys. I know most of you guys are young, but we're gonna plant some seeds in you today. And knowledge is power. You don't want to go your whole life just chasing pleasures and just being entertaining. That what's real, what's more important, what's more meaningful in life is to make changes for the better. Let go of things that don't serve you, and start doing things that's going to benefit your life or whatever. And that could be a lot of different things.
Right. Let's get into some things. Let's get specific about some things. Like,
when we die, we're not going to bring nothing with us. Life's not about accumulating riches and materialism, which is nice to have too.
Yeah.
But when we die, we're not going to bring nothing with us. So it makes more sense to get focused with self-development and becoming a better version of yourself.
Right. So for me, it starts with a decision, right? Becoming aware of what's going on. So I'm just going to get right into like my personal journey, and maybe some of you guys can relate. Back in high school, for me, what it was I was in my lower nature because of my habits. My habits included eating whatever, not really caring about the idea of growth at all. I just kind of went to school. It was just whatever. It was boring. I had habits that drained my energy. I wasn't full of life because of choosing to just basically not care. And that was my life. I wasn't able to socialize with others. That's where I was at. I would get average grades. I didn't really care. I was kind of honestly just living. And I look back and I'm like, I forgive myself. You know what I mean? That's where I was at. And that's okay. Because it is perfectly okay to be in a lower state of being, if that's where you're at right now. And you know what I mean? Again, it's a process. So through different experiences in my life, having different interactions with people, I started to realize that it was in my best nature to be open-minded. I think that's where it starts. Being open-minded and then deciding to change. Deciding what kind of change I want to make. For me, I wanted to be more confident. There was such a big difference in between myself and my confidence and other people. People that I may have looked up to, people that I might have even projected negative emotions towards through jealousy or envy. And that's a common thing, but if you really want to move past that, we got to realize that we're not in competition with anybody, okay? Simple as that. Simple as that. Nothing else to say about that. So all you're really fighting it's not even really a fight. Well, maybe it is because it's with yourself. It's with yourself. It's always with yourself. Because in this world, you look around, you look on the news, you look in society. Now, I don't want to make society seem like it's all bad and it's all negative and everyone's fucking unconscious and everyone's robots and stuff. But a majority of the collective conscious is typically in a lower nature, and that's because what is put out through a lot of media is things that lock you into lower nature. A lot of the music on the radio, lower nature. And so So to become an individual and break free from those things, you need to take full responsibility for what you give your attention to and what you're going to be moving towards. Decide one thing. Like, for example, I decided I wanted to be more confident. And then from there, I decided I wanted to eat better. And from there, I decided I want to lose weight. And from there, I want to decide I want to raise my consciousness. I want to decide that I want to start researching every single day, personal development, and actually apply it. Because it's all concept at first, right? This whole idea, like, can I really change myself in 3 to 6 months? Is it really possible? Or is it just a bunch of talk and should I not even worry about it? It's up to you. It's your decision. It's literally what habits you form every day and how you live your life every day is going to create the reality that you are stepping into. So choose your highest path. Choose even if it's hard, choose that, because you know what? Y'all are worth it. Everybody is worth it to live their highest path. And you know what? The world needs that right now. The world needs you guys to step up into your highest path, whatever that means for you. If it means fasting, researching fasting and how can you apply it to achieve more mental clarity so that you're able to work with the people around you in a more valuable way. If it's maybe you want to be more productive at work, how can you build your energy? Decide, okay, I want to build more energy, so where do I start with there? What do I have to know? What habits are draining my energy? Am I having useless conversations with people that are just of no substance? Do I have energy to actually have meaningful conversations with people? How do I get to that point? How do I become more well-spoken? What books do I have to read? What do I have to learn? What bad foods am I having that are slowing down my thought process or making me not where I want to be?
Overwork my organs.
You already know processed food ain't it. It's okay if you have a little bit here and there. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. But I will say that I have chosen to... You already know what I've chosen, yo, So that's all I want to say, yo, for now. So we're going to move on to the next topic. And that is practices. Certain practices, pros and cons of each practice, and challenges that Semen and I have faced while doing these practices, and of course why we do these practices. Because, you know what I mean? We don't just do this for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Semen, let's talk about no fap. Okay, so semen retention, my favorite topic, to be honest. It's what helped me the most along my journey. So let's talk about it, yo. So I can start it off. You can, if you feel the need to bounce off anything, just let me know. Okay, so how do I want to start this? I want to start this by hitting it from a cultural aspect. So throughout my observations, I know a lot of y'all will resonate with this. In American society, you may notice that commercials are very sexualized. Music is very sexualized. TV shows, very sexualized.
Even Disney, there's always a kissing scene with kids.
A lot of it is impure. And so you have to ask yourself, what influence does this have on my subconscious mind? Even as growing up, is this going to make me unconsciously want to indulge in our lower nature? Not that there's anything wrong with sex. There's nothing wrong with sex or masturbation, or, well, I mean, I would argue that watching porn, to be honest, would never be a healthy thing, straight up. But I mean, doesn't mean that like you're gonna like, yeah, it can be. There's if you want to do that, you know what I mean, you're doing it with your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, and you know what I mean, that's how y'all get like stimulated or whatever. That's like totally okay. I'm not gonna sit here and shame anybody for anything. You can do literally whatever you want. I'm not gonna shame anything. But what I'm saying is, unfortunately, if it were to become a habit, if it were to be something that you do every single day, even every other day, what you're gonna notice is your whole vitality and your whole energy is gonna take a dip. And you might not even know why. You're gonna lose your ability to want to do something, your drive. If you think about it, come on guys, like seriously, like when we have a high drive, we wanna get out there, we wanna do stuff, we wanna get shit done. That's the natural masculine tendency. That's a natural masculine characteristic. That is a man's nature, to build, to destroy our lower nature, to create. You know what I mean? We have life within us to create. And if you're sitting there wasting it, you're not going to be able to create anything. So, that was something I struggled with throughout the high school, which was what it was draining my energy. And so when I became aware of this and I started researching semen retention, NoFap, it was a battle for me of building the mindset, breaking the addiction, and it took a lot of time, but this was the biggest jump from when I'm feeling low on energy, not able to do something, to feeling unlimited amounts of creativity, feeling limitless in my potential, being able to put energy into whatever I want, being able to change my self-image now that I have this new confidence and I see myself differently, and then people respond to me differently. And it's just a higher state of consciousness. You reach a higher state of consciousness. You become aware of other people a lot more easier. You can see through people a lot easier. You become aware of yourself more easier because you have energy to access which seems infinitely. And you have energy to access and put into whatever you want to create naturally. And we all have our specific desires and what we like, what we create, whether it be art, whether it be being productive at work, or whether it be sharing that with another person who can, who values that and values you. Because yeah, it leads to also better relationships because you start to view other people as people, women as beautiful women, inside and out. You're not just chasing them just because they're super hot. And to be honest, when you get to a certain point of retaining for so long and you're able to have a conscious, pure heart and soul and spirit and mind especially, and you're talking to women, even if they're hot, sometimes you will realize that they have insecurities too. And I mean, it's just true, you know what I mean? Like, I've gotten to a point where even if I'm talking to a hot woman or beautiful woman, if they're not able to be conscious with me, I find it kind of a big turnoff. And so that's just like my journey right now, to where it's like I'm just gonna focus more on myself and just trust that the right people will come to me. Okay. And
yeah, so for all the young people too that are maybe cringing up, because we're talking about NoFap or masturbation, like we are planting seeds, but society's not gonna teach you this. Society's gonna teach you to have fun and go have fun with girls and watch porn. I mean, so they don't really tell you that, but no, this is like the news or the mainstream or school. They're not going to teach you about NoFap, and this is a real thing. This is a real practice, and there's a science to it, and your whole body mechanics change for the better. Practice.
facts.
Me, an individual, especially me, I don't ask anybody to tell me this. We're guys. Every guy always has an addiction with porn.
Yeah.
And I didn't have anybody to tell me this when I was growing up. I'm 31 right now. I started learning about NoFap when I was like 23, 24, but I wish I knew a lot earlier because I was addicted and I didn't know that, having too much indulging on choking my chicken will negatively affect my mind. And I didn't know that, and I thought that was the person who I was back in the days because I was really quiet, really scared to talk to people. I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know if I seized from, messing with my lower nature, which again is not wrong. It's okay to experience masturbation or whatever, but there's levels to this, and there is a thing called celibacy NoFap that if you save all your sexual fluids, that your mind starts to change for the better. You start to become more confident. All of a sudden, like if you're a type of person that's really quiet and that's really afraid to talk to people and stuff like that, all of a sudden you're going to be more confident. You want to talk to everybody, and if you're that person that you see people and you notice that, wow, that person, I'm not like that person. Like, that person's really expressive and he talks to people. How come I can't do that? Like, we're letting you know right now that if you go on NoFap, you're gonna start becoming more pure. You're gonna start becoming a way better person, and everybody's gonna see it around you, and you're gonna make the world a better place. And I feel like we need to talk about this. Society needs to talk about this because
That's what we're doing.
And that's why we're doing it.
That's why we're doing this. Yep. To make the difference. All right, so I'm gonna hop into the chat real quick. I know I've been kind of going on, and I'm grateful that I'm here right now. All right. Okay, Shaman, maybe if you can raise the mic volume just maybe a tad.
Okay.
Welcome everybody. All right. Thank you guys for letting me know in the chat. Appreciate that. Kasuk, do I smoke marijuana? No, not right now. I used to. But right now I've just been completely sober, and I use natural supplements and herbs that boost my mental state. For example, if you want to be assisted in having a flow state and having less stress and having honestly just more of whatever you want to have in terms of like mental clarity and less anxiety, then I would highly recommend looking into these supplements I'm about to mention right here. Ashwagandha. Now, ashwagandha is a Chinese herb that has been used for like thousands and thousands of years, and what it does is basically allows your body to feel less stress because it basically like heals and nurtures the nervous system and things of that nature. Along with L-theanine. Now, this is commonly found in tea for all you tea drinkers out there. Much love to y'all. L-theanine is a natural amino acid that has a very subtle yet calming, relaxing effect on your brain, boosting the alpha brainwave states, allowing you to be more focused, obtain flow states without making you sleepy, which is always great. And of course, you can combine that with L-tyrosine as well. This is really cheap. Both L-theanine and L-tyrosine are super cheap. You can find them on Amazon. This is going to lead us right into the next topic, by the way. So L-tyrosine basically nurtures your neurotransmitters and dopamine systems, right? It kind of gives it a natural boost, giving you a slightly higher energy and a little oomph. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, feel free to check those out, yo. Now, talking about energy and so dopamine, right? Dopamine's like that natural thing in our brain that drives us to do things, that makes us feel happy, that makes us feel good. Like when we get a co-op headshot on Last of Us, or a comeback on Last of Us, or like when we have ice cream or really good food, or like when we, see that girl that we like and you're connecting and you have chemistry and everything feels great, or whatever you're doing that makes you feel great. That's that dopamine. That's that chemical, that natural chemical that our brain releases to make us feel good, right? So what happens, or not what happens? Let me figure this right. Where am I leading into this? What I'm leading into this is saying that you want to keep that in abundance. But the challenge is, something we might come across is, if we indulge too much in it, what happens is it becomes harder for us to reach natural high states of dopamine, making us feel like bored. Like that's when we start to crave maybe the unhealthy food, or start to crave watching porn, or start to crave playing video games too much, because we can't be present. I know this is triggering a lot of people right now. I can just feel it, yo. And it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Just if you're feeling triggered, just breathe. All right. If it's making you feel uncomfortable, it's okay. Listen, because we're talking about some real stuff right now. All right. We're talking about some real stuff, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I just want to be as real as possible, be as genuine as possible, and actually share like useful information that you can use if you'd like to help your life. Period. So.
Yeah. Very important, guys, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are real young and y'all don't care about how.
To be honest, some people are. I checked the statistics on my channel to like see the age groups, and I saw that most of the people that actually watch my channel, believe it or not, are between 25 and 35.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and there are a lot of conscious people. Like, I was thinking about this too the other day, and I'm gonna get back to the topic, but I just want to shed some light on this real quick. Like, I know that there's a lot of people who are really appreciative of like this type of content, right? Because I'm not even gonna say why. I'm not even gonna say because they're just appreciative of this content. And there are a lot of people who are conscious, and there are people who not necessarily comment on every single video, like, "Yo, love your videos" or whatever. But they're open-minded, and they're here to receive the information, and you know what I mean? Like, y'all lives are gonna change. Like, today's the day. Like, claim your life back. Claim your life back. Take back your power. Create your destiny. Straight up, yo. So thank y'all for being here. And moving back to the other topic of overusing too much things that would boost your dopamine so much, like if you were to have a high, for example, when you got to come back down, right? So what you can do, what I've learned to do, what I'm practicing is creating an energy, a mental state that stays relatively high. Because you got to ask yourself, no, you don't even have to ask yourself. Y'all know when you see like my broadcast and everything, my mental state is very high. I'm not sitting here like scared and shit. Like I'm not projecting negative energy on anyone. Like I am completely content with this moment and comfortable in my own skin and only want to provide value when I talk. I have started this live stream, I haven't even played because that's not what I'm here to do today. Like y'all seen hundreds of videos of me playing, you know. We don't even need to go into that. So that's why I'm here. You feel me? Like it's an energy. You can feel it. You can see it. So yeah. So limiting things that provide a high amount of pleasure is going to be very difficult at first, right? Because your brain is going to be like, I want to eat McDonald's, or I want to do something, and you're going to have to fight that agitation, that anxiety that builds up. And this is something that I had to face too when I was doing my fast. Oh my goodness. I've never done 3-day fast before. Shaman, thank you so much. He inspired me. Shaman's on a 7-day fast, yo. He's on another level, yo. He's on another level. Like seriously, yo. This guy's the real deal.
So we talk about why we should do that?
In a bit. Okay. Or like just like benefits and stuff that we've basically experienced. So like, you know what I mean? You're going to go through the challenges, and that's okay. You have to be able to, you cannot run from adversity. You need to look adversity straight in the face and be like, I own you. You do not control me. I control myself. And so again, it's a process. It's going to be hard at first. You might feel like, oh shit, I can't do that. That's too hard. I can't just jump. It's okay. That's totally fine. Everything takes time. But every single day, just make sure you're doing the right things for whatever you got to do in your life. If you got to get up and you want to make your bed right away, you know, that's something simple and something practical that you can do. If you want to be conscious and be like, hey, remind yourself the other day, I'm going to drink a little bit more water. Or, you know what I mean, when you're about to take a bite of that donut, or you see that donut and your brain's like, ooh, donut. You know what I mean? Like, take a step back, be like, I don't need it. You get triggered by a sexy girl on Instagram or Snapchat. You know what I mean? They're always, you know, showing their goods and shit. Like, dancing around. Like, I'm okay. I don't need it. And redirect your attention to something that's either right in front of you, being present, that is not going to be stimulating, or just redirect it and put your energy into something else. Start writing. You want to write down notes. On my Snapchat, sometimes I'll be like, yo, if anybody wants one-on-one personal coaching, and I've never talked about this on my YouTube, by the way, but I think now is just a perfect time because it's coming up. I do one-on-one coaching with individuals who want to start this process or enhance their process wherever they're at. Because I mean, you can be watching this and you're already someone who's successful, has tons of money, a beautiful relationship, confident within your ability to create abundance in your life, and satisfied with that. And that's great, you know. Cheers to y'all. Like, you know, keep it up. And if y'all want to share anything in the comment section, I'm open to hearing that as well. Because I'm not here to act like I know everything. I'm not here to play God. I'm not here to have y'all praise me. I'm not here. I don't need validation. You know what I mean? I'm just here to share. And that's all we're here to do today. Sharing is caring. I love you, bro. So if you're interested in having a one-on-one consultation, to be honest, if you want to tip, you tip. If you don't, it's fine. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to steal people's money. I'm not here to give people false information. I'm going to keep it real with you. We're going to take a look, but you need to be open with me. You need to say, hey, you know, this is where I'm struggling with. These are some of my bad habits. And, you know, here's what we're going to do about it. All right? We're going to make you a freaking plan.
Write them in the comment section too. We'd love to hear that.
If you want to as well, you know? I've been here and I've been open about some of my problems, how I overcame them. And to be honest, I wouldn't be up here confidently talking about it if I wasn't comfortable with knowing that I've grown so much and that I've glowed up so much that I can sit here comfortably and talk about how I've overcome my challenges. And I'm proud of the vibration that I've reached, because I know I'm at a peak right now. We just finished a 3-day fast. And it's sweet, yo. It's sweet, yo. Honestly, it's sweet. I feel really good. I feel really clear. Like, information is just like coming to me like nonstop, like from within. It's like a channel, like it's just nonstop, yo. Never a dull moment. Let's take a look at the chat. Welcome, Six. Welcome. You decide who you want to be. Nothing wrong with that. Yup. How do you overcome? Okay, so when you feel that all being horny is basically an excess of sexual energy that wants to be released. Naturally, as guys, you want to procreate. That's like what we do. Like that's why we have nuts. That's why we have life. So when you start building it up, you're gonna want to obviously release it. So what you want to do, instead of just like being in monkey brain and like doing it and releasing it and being like a slave to the sexual desire, what you can do instead is transmute it. Now what this means is take the energy and put it into something else. Damn, I remember, yo, when it's like when that shit hits you, it's fucking hard, yo. It's hard to you know what I mean, to break free from that. But you can't break free from, again, this is why building presence, and the longer you go, the more it's going to be easier to do this. If you have to get up and go take a cold shower, boom, that'll make you feel refreshed. You know what I mean? It'll give you it'll relax you. It'll boost that nervous system. If you want to go for a run, then go for it. If you want to just literally turn off your phone and then start like reading a book, or just go online and be like, yo, something inspiration, like NoFap inspiration, boom, there you go, you got it. If you want to just breathe like 4 deep breaths all the way in, expand the stomach, compress the stomach.
It really does work, and it takes away that urge.
So those are a few things you can do to take away that urge. Yo, thank you, Kenneth. Been watching since 2016. Hey, that's what's up, man. Thank you all for the extended support. What up, Strawberry? Yes, breathing techniques. That's what's up. Great vibes, Ramrack. Thank you. Yo. Oh man, I am overcome right now with love in my heart. Like seriously, it's a joy. It's like I'm almost not even able to speak. Like, it feels fucking good, man. Like, whew, wow. Whew. Okay. So what am I doing for a living right now? I'm about to start my new job as a car salesman. Now, I did car smells, like, bro. I did car sales like about a month and a half ago, and that was a cool job. I never would have imagined that I'd be doing car sales. To me, like, you had to be some like freaking intellectually superior person to like be able to like, you know, like get people to get cars and stuff. You know what I mean? And it seemed like out of my league or whatever. But I really made a decision to challenge myself. That's what got me into it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I've done door-to-door sales. I've done being in Walmart selling internet and cable, like literally in the technology section to random people that come up. Like, it helped build a lot of my social skills as well. Like, literally someone's walking by and like I'm not annoying with it. Like, I learned, like I'm confident with it. I'm cool with it. Like, I make the eye contact. I kind of see where their head's at because I can feel the energy. I kind of see how they're feeling, and I can gauge how I'm going to talk to them based off of what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. And then I kind of ask them questions, and they give me the information, and I'm able to process the information and share with them what may be in their best interest, whether it be saving money or getting them a better deal on internet, like faster speed. And you know what I mean? I come across gamers like, yo, you're a gamer, yo? Do you ever lag, bro? And they'd be like, yeah, you know what I mean? I hate lagging or whatever. I'm like, yo, I got this 500 megabytes per second internet. Let me see if it's available in your house. Oh, it is? How much you paying right now? Oh my God, we got a great deal right here. Boom, and they'd be happy, you know what I mean? And then I go over to the video game section, and I'd be like, hey, yo, check it out. There's this game called Last of Us. You might like it. Yeah, you might like it. So, anyways, yeah, so challenging myself and getting into the car sales. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it was damn hard, yo. Training was hard. My trainer was, it was hard to resonate, to be honest. I didn't feel too present, and it was annoying. Like, I honestly hated going, but we finished through that, and it was a bit of a struggle at first. But then I'm like, damn, I gotta up my game. I gotta up my mental energy, and I started eating cleaner, started working out more, and I started back on like an even stronger no-fap journey than I was before. And then that's what really allowed me to then push my limits and literally hit a bonus on the last month that I was there. I did eventually have to leave that job though, because to be honest, you know, I am openly a person who believes in integrity, purity, and higher consciousness, higher love, and higher light. And unfortunately, not everybody feels that way. Not everybody thinks that way. And you know what I mean? And it's a battle. It's a battle of light and dark. And so there was a lot of dark. I ended up realizing there was a lot of dark at that specific location. And there was a lot of battles, yo. But we took the big, fat win, and we moved on. So now my new job is going to be in a location that is the #1 location in South Florida for this specific brand of vehicle. They have so much more inventory, they make so much more money, and I'm ready for the challenge, yo. I'm ready to be stepping up. I got the experience, I was challenged, I overcame that shit, and now I got a new challenge. It's gonna bring lots of abundance. I prepared properly, and I'm ready, yo. So this is it, man. We're going to the top, baby, and I can't wait to be able to have so much abundance to provide back to you guys, my family, my friends, and myself, and integrate everything that I'm learning to, again, feed the higher consciousness, feed out love, spread love, spread knowledge, spread wisdom, be the example. People talk about being like Jesus-like or God-like, right? Well, I mean, maybe God-like is a little bit too much, but Jesus-like, right? Like, it's something that I don't try. It's something that I embody. Something that I can confidently say that I am. When I'm walking around, when I'm having conversations with people, through the presence, through accepting, even if someone is in a, you know what I mean? Like, if they're trying to attack me or whatever, like, it's okay. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not bothered by it. My love and light shines through it all. Like, the darkness will never win, to be honest. The light always wins, and that's a fact, yo. So
So is a reaction whether you want to react to somebody who's being naughty to you or not.
exactly.
You give your power away. You give your power away by getting angry at a person who's teasing you or whatever the case may be. You hold your power by not reacting to that person.
Or you can put them in their place as well, because a lot of the times we have to understand that people who will come at you negatively for being in integrity, if you know your integrity, there's no need to break that frame, right? If you know what you're doing is right, there's no need to break that frame, right? They might try and put you in a box and be like, hey, you know, what about when you did this? What about when you did that? Or, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what the present moment is. That's not, they're just projecting how they feel because they haven't looked at themselves. Because when someone is confident in themselves and pure in themselves and they see other people doing pure things, they can appreciate that. They may not even have to say anything. They might look at it and be like, yeah. Because they carry that same energy. But a lot of times when people are getting triggered, it's because their demons inside of them are like getting freaking like crazy because the light is so pure and the light is so strong. Like, that's fact. So, and I've been able to recognize that now, like with my ability to see through people, and see like what energy they're carrying and how they're responding to like what I'm being. Like, I'm cool with it now. Like, there's so many instances, like on the basketball court, especially like when I'm playing with integrity, and they're gonna try and challenge me. And no matter what, I talked about it on my Snapchat, no matter what, you will not break my frame. I will not lose my integrity. It's impossible. Never going to happen. My mental strength is so strong, it is unshakable. I am unbreakable. Facts. On facts, on facts, on facts. On facts, on facts. And that's not being... I'm powerful. And I know it. And I'm not afraid to show it. Alright? That's all there is to it. That's because I've built and I've worked towards it. Okay? I'm going to take a break now. I'm going to breathe. I was getting fired up. You feel me? Getting fired up in this... Woof. No, that's what it is, though. Facts, yo. Yo, virtual. What I want to put my energy and my time into. So right now, what I've been putting my energy into is raising the vibe again. It's always raising the vibe. It's always examining myself. What darker nature do I need to let go of? What higher nature do I want to step into? So recently, me and Tom have been back online and we've been playing games, and it's like we've been having talks, and man, it's been so much fun. And shout out to people who joined us. There's only like 2 people who really joined us and talk about it, but it's all good. Y'all know who you are. If you're here, what's up, yo? We talked about fasting, and you know, fasting is something that I've done for like 2 days here and there. You know what I mean? And my mama would be like, "No, don't do it. You're gonna be malnourished," and you know. And when I would do it back then, I kind of felt like shit, to be honest, after 2 days, so I would just give in and eat. But through my research, I found Cell Fuel 102, right? It's something that you can find on Amazon. 0 calories, 0 sugar, no unnatural properties within it, and it contains every single mineral that your body needs. Along with, shout out to Ken Workman, aka Fatal Star, also inspired me to fast as well and fast properly, and he shared with me electrolyte powder, because when you fast, you're not eating, so you're not being able to get a lot of salt, right? So like, you use electrolyte powder to make sure you're solid on the salt and you have a lot of it, so you're, you know what I mean, you stay while staying in a state of ketosis and fast, So you get all those benefits, mental clarity, lots of energy, you know, intuition. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people, spiritual people or like Christians or whatever religion, even like Muslim, they go on fast, and you know what I mean? They become connected to, I'm going to use different words here, like they become connected to their God, to you know, what people would call maybe, yeah, they just get connected to a higher state of being. That's what it is. That's what I'm after. A higher state of consciousness, and then sharing that consciousness so other people can get out of the higher state of consciousness, and you can defeat the lower nature. Because when you're in your lower nature, you're able to be easily controlled. You're able to be easily manipulated. You're gonna get triggered easier. You're gonna be not able to think clearly, and it's just like it's a mess. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. So make it a habit. Make it of utmost importance to keep your vibe high. So that's why we did the fast, and I was challenged. Of course, I was challenged, yo. I had to go to McDonald's, and all the fumes of the fat and oil, like, making my brain feel like, oh my god, y'all want some fries. People eating fries, like, right in front of me, like burgers right in front of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was hard. Like, my family eating, you know, my mom always, like, she supports me a lot more now because she's seen, like, my results, which makes me feel really good. And I'm happy that she's, you know, very supportive of me. And she has not been so in a state of fear that I'm not going to be okay with what I'm doing, because she trusts and seen the results on what I'm doing now. And I've even helped her, like, you know what I mean, like help her focus on like what really matters. And so I got the supplements, and I effortlessly completed the 3-day fast. What are we on? We're on 75 hours without eating right now. Do I look out of my mind? Do I look like I'm starving? Am I shivering in a corner? No, I'm absolutely clear, and I feel like I'm glowing, and I feel like, honestly, I feel freaking amazing. I could like climb on my roof and like do a freaking backflip off and like jump up again. I probably had superpowers to jump off the roof and then hit the ground and then come back on the roof, man. That's how I feel, man. I feel like freaking Superman, yo. All right, so I know I'm going on for a lot. Go ahead, Shaman.
The body is not digesting food. Everything in the body performs a lot better.
Why is that? Why is that?
It takes a lot of energy to break down food. So if there's no energy being broken down, digesting food, obviously your mind is going to be working, and you're going to be more able to, you know, channel words or be a public speaker in front of a lot of people, or you just, not only that, but you just feel, everything amplifies in the body when the body is not using a lot of energy digesting. That's why, you know, when you get tired, when you eat a lot of food, you feel like you get tired. It's because your body's breaking down a lot of food, and your body needs to liquefy all that solid food so that you can process it with your cells and all that. So fasting, you know, we did it in 3 days, but people go 30 days, people go 40 days.
You can, but obviously, you know what I mean, like, be smart about it. Yeah.
Yeah, be smart about it. Obviously, we're not going to take it at that far. We're not at that level. But it's a thing, you know, a lot of people do it. You know, it's not just about losing weight.
No.
A lot of people on the spiritual side are doing it because they're, you know, if you ever feeling like you got no clarity, you know, on a couple days fast, all of a sudden you feel way better. You feel way more clarity, more, yeah, if you feel off, you know, fasting fixes that. Not to say that we're feeling off, but we, on the other hand, we're into meaningful, life-changing stuff, or high-vibing stuff, so we just do it for fun and to vibe.
Heck yeah, we vibing now. I actually, it's crazy that you mentioned, when I started talking to him, that he mentioned a 3-day fast, because I was preparing for something like this, maybe without even knowing it. I was like, because I would play basketball, right? I had such an intense energy. I would wake up at like 6 a.m. ready to freaking run a race, ready to run a marathon. So I'll go to the basketball court, and I see other people that are up and ready, and we ball out, yo. We would go hard, yo. We would play freaking hard, yo, aggressive, physical gameplay. Freaking, you know what I mean? Oh, yo, I gotta film a vlog one day when I'm playing basketball. But anyway, I went so hard for so long that I ended up hurting my back. You know, I hurt my back. So what I gotta do? I can't play the same. I can't play basketball. So I gotta be home. I gotta rest. I gotta chill. And so during that time, I was like, damn, yo. This is actually when I started playing video games again, right? Like, fuck, like, I'm here at my house, like, I can't perform any physical exercise. What the am I about to do, yo? And I was like, well, just fast, like, intermittent fast. Intermittent fasting is when you choose an 8-hour window to eat, and you eat whatever you want within that window, but anything outside, you just move on. You just keep it solid. And I did that for 2 weeks, and, yeah, I think it was just proper preparation, you know, for this new state of consciousness that I've stepped into with fasting. And so, yeah. So again, thank you, Shaman, for like bringing it up, man. Like, it really pays to have a friend that will support you in your journey of becoming your best self. And if any of y'all need that friend, I'm right here for y'all. I'm right here for y'all. Don't be shy, please. Don't be shy. And everyone's at a different state, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's in a different place, and I encourage you to do what's right in your life. And I don't want to say I have all the answers. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, come to me and I'll freaking solve your life in a day. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's a process, and a lot of y'all already doing it. So, I've always geared my messages to people who are kind of like in a state of like where they're starting to grow, and even when some people like who haven't even thought about this type of like lifestyle too as well. But like, I don't want to be too assumptive and pretend like none of y'all already know what I'm talking about and are experiencing it and like want to move towards it. So shout out to y'all. Like, I don't look down on you guys like at all. Like, and if I come off sometimes as like, I know sometimes like I may come off as like maybe a slightly arrogant. And like, I guess I can or what? Condescending, yes. Because like when you're telling like when you're talking to people and you're talking about like, you know what I mean? Like yeah, it can come off condescending. So like, I sincerely apologize if that is something that I have come off as, or if that's how you are receiving it. But again, to make things clear, I'm only doing this to raise the state of consciousness for myself and for others, whoever you may be, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, because I would choose not to waste your time with things that don't really matter. You can even say that me playing video games doesn't even really matter. Like, I know we all like come in and want to see like, gameplay and it's entertaining or whatever, but like, to be honest, I know we've been playing this game for a very long time and like we've seen it all, you know what I mean? So like, I'm glad that we've gotten together today and actually had valuable exchanges and just spent quality time together. Like, that's what's up, yo. Like, much love to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Real talk. Anything you want to share, Shaman?
Yeah, just for the benefit for all, man. Which we not. Yeah, that's the whole difference between conscious and unconscious. At least Andy's talking about meaningful things that can help change your life. He's not just showing you his nasty gameplay.
Stop.
His mission is more about changing the world, and this is why we're doing this, guys. We want to share knowledge with you guys because we feel like society doesn't give us knowledge, and they tell us to socialize, but maybe there are social lies. Maybe I feel like society doesn't give us knowledge, and I feel like for example, the NoFap stuff. Like, nobody's gonna tell you about that. Your teachers, the TV. You really gotta search these things on your own or whatever. But there's a lot of things that you can do to, raise your body's vibrational frequency much higher and become a better version of yourself. And we're gonna all change the world together, and it all starts off with knowledge. And we're not really too religious, but there's a quote in the Bible: "My people will perish for lack of knowledge." Like, let's get this knowledge and supply it. First comes information, then comes the application, then comes the transformation.
Ooh!
And we can all do that. We can all make changes. Like, don't just be one of those average Joes.
No.
For example, eating junk food all day and not caring. Again, life's not about materialism and gaining material. Like society teaches us.
Well, that is, but while that is okay, but obviously, ultimately, I don't mean to cut you off, but you want to be like, strong within. You want to grow within. Like, life is an within journey. I know we are visual creatures and we see everything on the outside, you know what I mean? But like, everything is connected, and you can change your outside world from changing it within. That's where it all starts. That's where your power is. You have the power available to you. Everybody has the power available to them in abundance. We are in a time where the world around us is crashing in, but within, we could be evolving at such an inspiring rate, like a fast, active rate. Like, it's all fucking possible, like right now. Like, decide right now.
Like society, are we really evolving or we're devolving? Well, everybody's different, but the majority of people, just think about the guy smoking cigarettes, drinking. Last night I got fucked up. Like, don't be one of those. No, don't be one of those. You gotta make some changes, and apply that knowledge, baby, because it's gonna benefit not only you but everybody around you.
Everybody around you. That's facts.
The world. You're gonna change the world, and people are gonna look at you like, hey, what's going on with you? Like, you seem like what's going on? Like, you seem really well. Like, what have you been doing? Okay, I've been doing this, and I've been doing that, I've been doing this. Maybe you can do that too. And that person's gonna tell themselves, maybe I can be like that. Maybe I can try that. Maybe. That's how we're gonna change the world, with knowledge.
As a collective, everybody's involved. Everybody's gonna add their little piece of oomph, little piece of life, little piece of information, little piece of inspiration, motivation. When you know what I mean, like, whether it's, even if you don't even have to necessarily have a bunch of followers, like, you don't have to be some, like, well-known, like some of these spiritual YouTubers, you know what I mean, like, they, they have following stuff, but, like, really look for the people who have integrity, or just be that person, like, and, you know what I mean, like, again, you can be like only within a small group of people, and you know what I mean, you're transforming and you're impacting those people, and that's enough. Don't feel like you have to put so much pressure on yourself even right now to change, like, or see results right away, because you know what I mean, everything's a process. But everybody is also, like, naturally going to have to evolve, because, like, with the consciousness that's going right now in the collective, it is a battle. It is a battle of light and dark, and we're going to have to all face our darkness, and that's okay. Don't run from your shadow. Don't run from your darkness. Look your darkness in the face and be like, I let go of you. I shed who I thought I was. I shed my traumas. I accept that certain things may have happened in my life that negatively impacted me, but I'm okay with that, and I will decide to embody my highest frequency. I forgive myself. I forgive other people who have done me wrong. Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But again, I will not hold resentment. I will rise, and I will shine. Damn, man, I'm feeling good right now, yo. Holy smokes. Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. And then so it is. Facts. I think I'm ready to close it out, yo.
Alright, cool.
Before I do, if anybody has any questions that they go ahead and ask. If anybody wants to, share anything, go ahead. We'll leave this couple last minutes to go on that. Thank you all for tuning in.
Comments. I want to hear some comments.
Hey, you know what? You want to get a game in real quick? Just one? Well, alright, let's go. How long has it been?
Not too long.
Yeah, not too long, huh?
No, yeah.
That's awesome, yeah. Alright, send you an invite.
Luna keeps sending me an invite if you want to.
We'll talk to her after. Ziegler, what happened with Hani? Good question, man. So, this is behind the scenes stuff right here. So we would play games, right? And now, when I go back in time and I'm looking at different interactions that we had, I'm well aware that he could have changed. Okay? So I'm not demonizing anybody here. I'm not demonizing him. I'm not saying he's bad. But what I realized was, in moments where putting aside the ego and, like, honoring integrity came about, in my perspective, he, maybe without even knowing, unconsciously failed, like, what I would consider someone to be of a friend that I would want around me. And so for that reason, even though we had that live stream where we went on and we faced the hardest teams and dominated everybody, and that was a good day, there were times where, like, you know what I mean, there would be no chemistry, no flow outside of those moments. And so I had to let go of that. I had to say, and be like, you know what? Well, this competitive stuff, it don't matter if I'm not going to be aligned with my truth. And if I'm around people who don't honor that and respect that, I gotta let it go. And that's what I did. And then I even had to, nicely said, thank you, man. Appreciate that. So that's what happened, man. I haven't talked to him since, but I wish him well. I wish everybody well. And I'll leave it at that. I didn't say I was going to expose him, Karuko. However, we did 1v1, and I beat him a couple of times. And I did notice that he posted on his channel that he 1v1 me, and we played a couple of times. He beat me a couple of times. I beat him a couple of times, but he posted it. You know what I mean? He's, you could say he's doing it for, attention, to make me look better, whatever. To be honest, even though I know I got the win, I'm not worried about it. Like, to be honest, it's really not that. It's not my concern. It's not my priority. I don't need to share it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
There's a Firefly base close by. Be careful and stick together.
Yo, what's up, King Wreak Havoc?
Bitches.
I need to like move this camera a little bit. I don't like how it's like low key, like bam. There we go. That's much better. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Did we get any questions, by the way? Let me double check that. Not really. Oh, for fasting, how long would you recommend for someone who has never tried it? Just yeah. Well, even before that, I would recommend. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're talking about just water fasting, then yeah, days where you would begin, obviously. But I would say intermittent fast first. You know what I mean? Choose a window, an 8-hour window where you eat, and then just don't eat besides that. But do some research. You know what I mean? If you want to talk to your doctor, like, go ahead, do whatever you want. Like, just prepare, basically. Make sure you're getting enough calories. Or 2 or 3. You can eat as much as you want, but just make sure that it's all within the eating window, which would be 8 hours.
Yeah, you can eat as much as you want, but like from how I intermittent fast, I just have like 1 meal a day, unless I'm like snacking on fruit or water or tea or that's cool, whatever. But
yeah.
most people who intermediate fast, they choose a window 8-hour mark, and eat once a day, and that's it. Only down one torch. Overwork the body, especially if you want to lose weight. 1 big meal a day. I know they try to get us to eat 3 times a day, and that's not too bad.
No, it's not.
Look at everybody. Walk into your food market and look at everybody. Really look at everybody.
I know. It is what it is. You know, not to look down on those people though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
What did somebody mention earlier?
About you, if you smoke marijuana.
Oh yeah, we already. Yeah, sure. I used to. Right now, I just been wanting to have a clean, sober state of being, and that's really it. To be honest, I've reached a level of like a vibe or energy or mental conscious state where I feel better than if I were to smoke weed. To be honest, like. If you smoke weed as a crutch, like, that's cool, but, like, you can always, raise your vibration and conscious level to a point where, like, you basically feel like you're high all the time. Like, right now, I literally feel like if I were to, like, I feel like I literally am high. Like, I'm on a high, but it's without drugs. It's through my fast.
To be honest, weed doesn't really get you high. It gets you low.
Well, maybe not for everybody, you know what I mean? That's kind of controversial, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess maybe when you're doing it too much, but at least that is for me.
It kind of amplifies where you're already at.
I don't think nothing's wrong with it, but for everything else, if you do it too much, I mean, you fall into that trap. What a lot of people do with marijuana, they want to smoke it every single day. It could be a problem.
Noise.
No other questions, no other comments?
Thank you, Six. Sounds good, Molly. I believe that you will succeed in anything you put your mind to, and that goes for everybody else as well. And I'm gonna break my fast today, even though I'm not even hungry. It's crazy, right? Like, not even hungry, but you haven't eaten for 72 hours. Like, nah, I'm good. But like, I went ahead and I know, right? It's so cool. And
I'd say you do another day, bro. I don't know.
I know, of course you say. You're like Mr. 7 days over here, maximum vibes and shit. Like, I'll get to there, bro. I'll get to there.
Or maybe you should try, like I told you yesterday, like, if you're gonna break your fast, just eat only fruit. And see how far you can go with that.
I took that into consideration, and I went ahead and went to a natural food market and bought a watermelon, and I got some mangoes, and yeah, and I just shot the one through smoke. So yeah, man, thank you for that. Noise. Any other questions? Heck yeah, Reek, enjoy that. Thank you, Miss Atlanta. Back at you, sister. To play competitive? Nah, Marcios, I'm not gonna play competitive anymore. How we gonna end it? How we gonna end it? He's down, nice. And to end it on a flawless victory, I want to say shout out to all of my high vibe tribe out there, man. Y'all have been vibing on the maximum level, man. Y'all been doing really good. I appreciate you taking your time a day to come vibe high with us and evolve and ascend at the maximum rate. So I want to say I love you. Shaman, you number one in my heart, baby. You number one in my heart, and I love all you. Namaste, my friends. To the sky, we will rise. And we'll walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. We'll walk right up to the sun, we won't land. Till next time, everybody. Peace.